Hey guys, this is Comic Ken, and I thought life would look a lot more like a big adventure. And that's what I really wanted to aim for in life. It's something that I still aim for, it's something that I still want to achieve. But I think earlier on, I thought it would just happen randomly. Like it would just sort of come, where I would be living my life normally, and then somebody comes in to my life, knocking things off balance, and then giving me some type of call to adventure. And it's like, oh, now I gotta go do this thing, and then we have this whole exciting, epic journey. And then I come home and like a changed person and whatnot. And I've done things like that in the past. When I was 20, I was homeless, living in a van for like 2 months. And I came home a changed person. But that itch for adventure never really left me since that time. I've always wanted to find a way to balance the life of a creator and the life of somebody who is an adventurer. I wanted to find a way to commingle the two so that I wouldn't just be trapped or stuck at a desk all the time drawing my comics. I didn't want to be like my favorite manga artists who were stuck at a desk for years and years on end. They get so badly injured in their back, in their body, in their hands, to the point where they can't really even enjoy life as much as they wanted to anymore. Or they can't even enjoy vacation or the end of their series as much as they wanted to, because they pushed themselves too far to create the work. Or they ruined their ability to sleep, or they ruined some aspect of their body to where they can't even enjoy taking rest or going out to do adventures. I think making comics requires a specific type of mind, a mind that isn't normal. Like, at this point, I fully understand that I'm not normal, like in the extreme. Like, I'm not normal. I'm not what people consider to be thinking with his mind straight. Like, comic creators are creating something out of nothing. Like, they're just fabricating a completely new reality from their minds. And we think, oh yeah, that's just somebody. They're just drawing, and they're just a regular person. But no, it's different than that. And like, once you sort of accept that and stop trying to follow the same script that everyone else is following, you're able to let go and create the things that you're meant to create. And for me, I'm like, I have the discipline and I have the skill to create, like sit down and create the comics that I'm trying to put out. But I also want to find a way to live that ideal life that I've always imagined, like making good friends, going to different countries, going to different states. I really haven't traveled that much in my life. There's a lot that I haven't really done in life, and I'm like, well, I want to experience a lot of this stuff, but if I don't take the chance now, or if I don't take it soon, one day I'll be like too old to really fully enjoy doing what I'm doing, and I'm almost 30. I did take an opportunity to have an adventure when I was 20, and that 2 months was the most expansive 2 months of my entire life. I'd never forget it. It was the most free I've ever felt. It was the most eye-opening experience. And not only that, during every day during that 2 months, my eyes were like wide open. My senses were wide open because I didn't have a second to really, like, everything was different every single day. So I didn't really have a chance to relax my senses. Like, they were always open. Like, what's that over there? What's that over there? What's that over there? Like, it was always something interesting happening every day. But at the same time, by the same token, I wasn't drawing and I wasn't creating anything. In fact, at that time in my life, I had given up on drawing to see if there was anything else that I could possibly do in life, that there was anything else that I would want to do. I wanted to genuinely stop drawing because I had drawn for so many years of my life up until that point, and was using that as a basis for my self-esteem and for, like, who I was. I wasn't anything outside of my art. And I was just like, if art is truly for me, if comics is truly for me, then it will find me again. But for now, I'm going to throw it away and see what life is like outside of my sheltered existence. And for those 2 months, I saw insane things. And while I don't ever want to go back to that 100% unstructured life, I'm now in this sort of in-between state where I'm starting a business. I've developed the discipline and the adult skills to be able to not only live on my own, but to create professional work on a deadline and make money at it. So I'm like, okay, if I know how to do that already, and I have experience with being out on the streets and just living day to day, how can I find a way to capitalize on this time in my life where I don't have any other attachments, any other people that I have to take care of besides myself, and go and find people who are like me, find new friends, go on adventures. Like, my mind has never, quote unquote, grown up from those times of watching like Pokemon or friggin' like Yu-Gi-Oh! GX or Naruto or One Piece. I always wanted to have something like a crew like with One Piece, man. Like, that would be so cool, like having friends that, you know, their ride or dies for you, and you develop like a kinship with them, and you're able to go and travel, and even if you're apart for a while, you still know that nothing has changed when you come back together. And I've had a deep friend in the past before, and it just ended. Like, he just wanted it to end, you know, and it stuff like that happens. Like, that's the reality of mingling with people and learning who people actually are. It's like, you have your desires, you have your ideal of what you want to experience in life, but then you come across reality, you come across the actual way it is, and then you learn something. Like, you just learn something. And that is just how it goes sometimes. Like, you learn, you grow, and you still pursue the ideal without getting too hung up on the negatives of life, which will come no matter what. So there are times where I have lived that adventure, and there are times where I want to do it coming soon. And I just want to find a way to do it without being strapped 100% to my drawing desk and getting too old to the point where I can't even really enjoy the adventure. So part of the reason for making this channel was trying to find a way to live that life that I've always wanted to experience and show others that it actually is possible, because that's always what I've wanted to do when I was growing up. And I think it's possible to show y'all. I'm gonna keep putting out videos, keep doing my best, keep drawing, and figure out a way to show y'all like what it takes to actually live that adventure, make that money, meet the girls that you want to meet, make the friends you want to make. I'm starting to think that it actually has to be mingled into your business if you actually want to pull that off. Like, if you make it mandatory for yourself to actually do that, then if you make it monetarily mandatory for you to pull that off, then it's almost like you're incentivized to actually do it rather than doing it randomly, which if you do it randomly, it might just last for a little brief spurt and then end. But if you do it with intention and do it with the incentive behind it, then you can actually find a sustainable way to make that possible. So yeah, I'm gonna just keep going in that direction with this channel and see how I can make that possible. Right now I'm on my way to work, but if you want to check out the comic that I'm currently working on, my latest webcomic, it's called Saintly. It is a demon chase horror action comedy about two best friends who have to outrun the demon loan sharks that they borrowed from. Basically, it's like Scooby-Doo meets K-pop Demon Hunters without the K-pop. And the story backs the main character into a corner where she has to decide between the hard path to success or lose her soul to the lure of easy money. And we get to see the ramifications of her choice and if she can hide this deal with the devil from her friend or if it will tear them apart. And I hope you read my comic in the description and check out the story. It should appear in your email inbox or your spam folder if you don't see it. And please go ahead and rate, comment, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.